Hello, Hawk families. It's another edition of video messages for the news you can use. I do have about 5 things to share. I'm going to try to be brief because I know time with your family is important and I don't want to occupy any of that. First thing in the news you can use this week is I have a SAVIS survey in there. And let me explain just a little bit about that. I have been back and forth seriously multiple times a week with the district representatives and people from SAVIS about how this has not been an easy transition for us and has not been the most user-friendly or effective or reliable platform for us during NTI. So I would like to get some quantifiable, real, hard data rather than me just sharing anecdotal evidence and situational problems that we've had, as well as just my opinion. And I would like to get some feedback from you all as parents and guardians and your children if they would like. Ms. Mayhew's going to send it out through her Google Classroom. So I would like to, and I'm getting staff input as well. So I am sending out this survey. You're going to be given an opportunity to select whether you're a parent, guardian, a teacher or staff member, or a student. And then just complete that survey, really completely honest feedback so I can forward that on to the district and the board and the cabinet so that when they get ready to make a decision about continuing this service from SAVIS for an online virtual learning platform, they will have some real usable data that can hopefully affect their decision. Obviously, it's not mandatory, but I really would like any and all real honest feedback about your interpretation of how it's going at your house with SAVIS. And if your children go to a learning site, feel free to forward that on or give me the information on where they are to anyone who might be working with them while they are participating on the SAVIS platform. I would certainly appreciate that. Second thing, the PEBT cards. I am not going to apologize because it was not my fault. I did not have any information when it went out to you all when they sent that information out about the EBT cards. So therefore, I could not give you any information ahead of time about that. However, it is for everyone because we are a community eligible school. It doesn't matter if you qualify for free and reduced lunch. It doesn't matter if you have over the income threshold or under the income threshold. It doesn't matter. If you have a child attending Height Elementary in JCPS, you were mailed this PEBT card and it is no strings attached. It is just you can spend that money on buying food for your children and your family due to the pandemic. I do know there are some limitations to what is eligible. Obviously, you would have to look at that when you're at the grocery and see which items are eligible for EBT cards. But don't worry about that. You don't have to apply for it. There are no strings attached. There's no read between the lines, fine print with that. Just go and use that money to buy food for your families. And if you are uncomfortable or do not wish to do that, then you can buy food and go donate it to a local food bank or any place, even us, that's helping with holiday help and Thanksgiving baskets. So that's the news on that. I know that we sent out some information earlier in the week, but I wanted to give some clarifying information after I had inquired about it, what that was about. The next thing, same thing, another thing went out that I was unaware of that no one sent to principals about tutoring. And that information is included in the news you can use after the fact that had gone out to students, strangely enough, before even parents or staff members. We got that, I got an email after the fact explaining what that was after I'd inquired. So that information is also in the news you can use if you are interested in tutoring services. Next up, our M3 Fridays and Wellness Fridays have been a pretty big hit as far as I know with our staff and our students, and I hope that you continue to enjoy those. I do want to be clear that it is not necessarily just something we're doing for a free day so nobody has to work or kids can get caught up. It is that for kids and staff, so people can get caught up on some of the grading, on some of the assignments that they haven't been able to get to. But the philosophy behind it and the real reason we're doing it is we want children and adults as well to be cognizant of their mental health and practice some self-care. And so that is why on M3 Fridays, we have various staff members who are offering live sessions. I know that we had a pretty good turnout with Mr. Gilbert and with some other staff members last week. And that is truly just for practicing some self-care and some mental health strategies. So there's no criteria for that. It will not be graded. Your participation and attendance is not mandatory. It simply is just to give an opportunity for kids to check in, for kids to learn some strategies on how to address some of their self-care needs and practice some mental health and stress relief strategies. So thank you for those of you who have participated, and those of you who haven't, no big deal at all. I hope in the event that you are not able to participate, it's because you are practicing some self-care outside of that opportunity. Last thing I have put in the news you can use and linked up under Principals Ponderings is a winter, seasonal, and holiday calendar. So I know that traditionally we always have a lot of fun activities and things planned between November and January at height that we just simply aren't going to be able to do in person. So we've taken a lot of those things and transferred them to a virtual activity and platform. And then we've embedded some new traditions. So check that calendar out. It is still in draft version until after Thanksgiving break. And then when we return from Thanksgiving break, there will not be any major changes to the calendar. That, again, just like M3 Fridays, is completely optional. And it is just to give your kiddos an opportunity to engage and do something fun over the winter season that we usually do in school. And then even during the break, we have activities on there if they would like to engage in those. So it is no pressure. You do not have to participate. It is there only if you wish to, and it is there only to help provide some fun, some tradition, and some interesting activities for your kiddos to engage in. Again, cannot stress enough, if you don't want to do it, if you don't even want to tell your kids about it because that's how bad you don't want to do it, no worries. Participation is not mandatory. It's not graded. It is just for some hike community fun. I do hope that if you're bored on any of those days, or you're cooking dinner or cleaning the house or getting things together for your own family traditions, you can tell your kids to engage in one of these activities, and it can be a little time filler for you. So that is in there in the news you can use under the Principals Ponderings. And that is it for my video messages this week. I appreciate all of your support, all of your patience. I cannot tell you enough. I know how difficult this is for everyone, myself included, and I cannot thank you enough for sticking it out with us. And hopefully there will be some light at the end of the tunnel following this Thanksgiving break, and we will hear some more news about when and how we can get our kiddos back into the building and reopening. I don't have any news further than that. As always, I promise I will be fully transparent with that. We have heard nothing. As soon as we do, I will let you guys know. The best bet until then is continue to watch the board meetings and contact your board member and the cabinet members at the district level and share your opinions backed by data. And hopefully we can move forward from here. I wish you all the very best this week. I know it's a short week for you all for a school week, but I know it's going to be a long week for most of you at home. So I wish you all the patience in the world. I wish you all the best and safe travels for those of you who are traveling and for those who are traveling to you. And a very, very happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. No matter what we celebrate, whether it's religious, it's traditional, cultural, there's always reason to give thanks. And I have many, many, many reasons to be thankful. And this hike community is one of them. So I sincerely thank you for allowing me the opportunity to help teach your children and work with you as parents and guardians and work with our wonderful I cannot say enough great things about them staff. It truly has been the best job ever that anyone, especially in my opinion, that anyone could ask for, even in a pandemic. And I truly believe that, and I'm sincere about it. I would not want to be anywhere else trying to drive this train. So thank you again for sharing your kiddos with us, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.